morning, everybody. I just had to correct Brain Dad. He said that he thought this panel was show is on solar. It's not right now. We're still in the mains. But we are ready for that. We are ready to go if the power goes out. And also, I want to talk about another technology which I am still looking into as well.
Oh, yeah!
Now, that's a portable package. Let's build a bigger, more stationary one.
Oh, yeah!
I think 100 watt solar panel with 100 amp hour deep cycle lead acid battery, cell lead acid, matching charge controller, and a 1,000 watt inverter would be more than suitable.
Oh, yeah!
And then you could power the whole entire studio at the same time from one power source.
Oh, yeah!
Okay, so let's talk about the actual what's going on. The big one. The big storm that's starting up on Saturday from the southwest and going eastward. It's already starting to snow in the Arizona area. Just to let you know, guys, this system by Saturday or by Friday night is going to cover all of Texas, or a large portion of Texas, Kansas, Arkansas, Louisiana, Oklahoma, and a few places. And it's going to grow and grow and grow like the United States deficit. Yes, unfortunately. By the time it gets to our area of the country, it will have basically pretty much bisected the country in half. The thing is over 2,000 miles long. And it's going to be, in some places, you're going to get up to 3 inches of sleet.
Oh, yeah!
Other areas, you're going to get up to 1 inch of ice.
Oh, yeah!
Okay, that's mostly in the southern areas, right near the dividing line, kind of near the Mason-Dixon. So what's going to happen is when the system finally gets into Connecticut, New England, it's going to be a snowmaker. It's not going to be sleet or ice maker. However, by that time, by Saturday, New Jersey, New York are going to be affected by ice and sleet. Instead, no. We're going to get snow. We're going to get anywhere from 12 to 18 inches of snow. That is almost about 30 centimeters. Temperatures are going to be down to at least minus 14 degrees Celsius. That's without the wind chill. There might be blizzard conditions. In the case of eastern Massachusetts, including Boston, Providence, yeah, you guys are likely to see more, likely very less snow than us, but not by much. You're going to get maybe up to 8 to 10 inches of snow in Boston, Massachusetts. Good morning, David S. How you doing today? Okay. I don't know what to make heads or tails out of that one. But thank you for the follow. And I hopefully that you will realize that we're not a drama channel and we're not a low-cal channel. We're high-calorie! We use lots of calories here. Yeah, we do. We eat good in this neighborhood. Oh, yes. Okay, so I gave the brief description of the set of how it works. I did forget to tell you one little itty-bitty thing. It's pretty minor. When the sun gets bright enough for the thing to work, you're gonna tap the on button real quick once. Tap. Just to get the system reset back to starting point. Because once it starts with the voltage is too low, it doesn't automatically start. So you just gotta tap the button once, quickly, and then it will then start charging if needed. And it really was already full, so it wasn't no need to charge. So that was a cool thing. it's all set now. I can't wait to see how the turntable's going to work on that thing, the record changer. I think it'll be fine. Yeah. Anyway, I bought something else that is coming today, but I got something else I bought as well. I think I put it away in my drawer, did I? I think I did. Yeah, I did. We talk a lot about Linux here, and I realized there was one thing. Yeah, there's 6 of them, but there's 5 in the package because I got one that's being used. These are thumb drives. Okay, 64 gigabyte thumb drives. Well, thank you very much. And this is the one that has my music files on it. No, this is a USB 3.2, so this is 5 gigabits per second. It has USB-C connector on this side and USB-A connector on this side. Each one of these little things is 64 gigabytes each. Now, what's nice about this is if you want to install Linux or any operating system that you can store on a thumb drive, there you go. You just load your operating system onto the thumb drive, install it into the computer you want to boot up with, install it, boom, you're all set. Probably will also work for operating system that need to be able to read and write to drives as well. Yeah, I would probably work for that too. I'm gonna give that a try a little later on the Dell. To see how that works. Also, I tested out the Sterno this morning just because I wanted to see how easy it was to use it. Easy peasy. All you do is pop off the lid, right? And then you pull a little wick up that's folded over. All right? And then you can use your lighter, or like I used the electric plasma lighter, lights it up, gets real hot, right? And I heated water up for my coffee on it this morning on my Sterno stove. He's pretty quick. It's maybe not as fast as a high-powered gas flame, but it's certainly can deeply cook a hamburger patty. I'm more than sure. I don't think so. I think this is cotton, actually. I got this last year. It's a 4X, and yeah, they are cute. Because this one has got USB-C and USB-A, so I can plug it in my phone, my tablet, and more. And oh yeah, okay. So how would you stream if you lose power? Well, if we lose power, there's 2 ways we can stream. From the obvious to the not so obvious. Obvious. Use my cell phone. Makes sense, right? Put my cell phone on the stand, right? Plug the cable in to my mixers, one of the two. Either I can use the regular mixer like I had, which is a portable mixer, and then plug this record fader mixer into that. This is the one that needs the AC power adapter. Let me just show you this. I'm trying to explain something up. Explaining anything. This here runs our 2 turntables. These 2 turntables are both powered by USB. These are your standard Crossleys. So we can stream Silver Moon and play music elsewhere. Yep. And this thing uses a 9-volt AC power adapter. Because it's not DC, I can't power this directly off of USB. Although if it was had a DC power input, I could have used a 5-volt input or even a boost converter to take it from 5 volts to 9 volts DC, whatever. But I don't have that option. So I bought that power bank I bought because it has that port. And then all I would do is plug these cables here. Instead of going to this mixer over here, I would plug it into an audio capture device, which I plug into my phone to record the sound. So we could be rocking and rolling. Because right now, this is our main setup over here, and you can see I got a regular cleaning kit on top of the controls so Rusty doesn't keep pushing my buttons. And that's what we use for that. This is a monitor. You can see how it shows the screen, what we're doing right now, are monitoring it. And of course, this is the screen here. Sorry, I'm not showing my pin. And that's the chat right there on the screen. Okay? So, that makes it easier for us to keep things organized and going. And then for normal routine purposes, we have a UPS down here on the floor. And this will show us the existing power status of the building. And we can see we did have 7 events so far since I last reset it, which is like 2 weeks ago. That will power the stereo or the studio for about 96 minutes. So we have all kinds of backup power systems here. So we are ready for just about anything Mother God can throw at us. I started streaming officially in 2016. Michelle's channel is really small. It's not very well known. Yeah, it's not very well known. 2016. Before that, she was doing videos only from 2011 until 2016. I did do some early experiments in 2015 that they were kind of power dips, power surges. I live in an old building with 9 other apartments plus 3 commercial storefronts downstairs. And our electrical system feeds the building is 600 amps per leg. So there's 2 legs because it's split phase. 120, 240. I have a 100 amp fuse panel and a consumer unit. But the electrician back in the 50s only wired one 120 volt 20 amp fuse for the entire apartment. Plus I got a 40 amp fuse that feeds the cooker. So yeah, so the reason why I wanted the solar panels because number one, I want to eventually be able to go in the studio completely off grid. Let's be honest, I don't stream very long. And if I have a big enough solar panel, I could stream my show, 2, 3, 4 hours a day. And when I'm not streaming, just, turn the computers off and then just let the solar panels charge the batteries. And so what I want to do is build a more permanent one of a 100 watt panel so that it will still sit in the window. Yeah, split phase. Yeah, it's an American thing. In Europe, except for Germany, most outlets are usually they don't usually use split phase in Europe. But they do in Germany. Most homes in Germany are 3 phase, 60 amps legs. Yeah. No. Semi off grid because of my disabilities. I need to be able to be near town. Still have access to city water, city sewer would be fine. It's just the electric company because they always are telling us the National Electric Reliability Council or NERC is telling us Americans, yo, I hate to tell you because all the coal power plants are shut down. We're a shortage of electricity, especially in the summer. So in the summer, we get enough solar sunlight coming in there to charge a large enough solar panel. Just put the panel in the window, nice charge controller, big battery, and you can keep your lights on. Ooh, I love it. Yeah. Yeah, an enchanted cabin. Well, maybe you should see what I'm building in World of Warcraft retail in the Midnight expansion right now. Yeah. So for the snow system that's coming in now, we have it covered. One, we got a sterno, we got Kansas sterno, we got a sterno stove, which can provide heat and warmth. I got flashlights. I got LED candles. I have real candles. I obviously got a lot of warm clothing. This top is making me sweat. It's making me sweat. It's hot in here. Yeah, a small, place in a small town. I'm a small town person. I don't like a big, huge city. I just want a small town. Winston's good for that reason. Population of Winston is about 3,000 to 4,000 people in the wintertime.
Oh, yeah!
Yeah, so it's small. It's quiet. I'm close to downtown. She's right on Main Street, folks. That's what Main Street looks like right now in Winston. And it's sunny. And let me remind you guys, because today is Friday, and Connecticut, you're not going to see a lot of bad weather on Saturday morning. But if I were you, you can get any of the things you need before the storm comes in. I would get off your duff and do some shopping. Because the most important thing is a winter power. It could be a winter power failure. That is really dangerous. I mean, the summer's bad, but winter is worse because you have the risk of dying from hypothermia. And so you need to make sure that you have heating. Now, there's a whole bunch of different ways to heat a house or a room anyway. Yeah. Yeah, you're going to be getting a lot of lake effect snow, too. Yeah, lake effect snow for you. You're going to be getting... That's because you guys get a lot of snow anyway in Buffalo. But, do you have any backup power systems that keep your lights on, like when the power goes out? I mean, most people say, yeah, I got a generator that runs on propane. Oh, that's good. But, it's unfortunately also bad because you depend on a fuel source that may be hard to get. Because if somebody else has got a generator that runs on propane too, they're going to want to buy a lot of extra 5-pounders, 20-pounder, 100-pounders. So you might want to definitely consider having a few extra tanks. If you have a generator except for natural gas, as long as the natural gas system doesn't fail, you got electricity. But then you have to deal with noise, and you don't want everybody to know you got a generator running because they're going to all hear it from outside the street, Yeah, well, let's get to the setup like I just showed in the post this morning. I put a post on my community post page showing the setup I have, and it's really not bad for about 170. It's a simple little setup. It's portable. It's convenient for camping. You don't have to really... It's just got a tiny little 40 amp hour power bank. It provides USB output for 5 volts, 3 amps, 9 volts, and 12 volts at, I think, up to about 1.5 amps. 3 amps on USB. 3 amps. 36 watts. 36 watts. Plus it has a 12 volts DC outlet. So you can actually power like small car accessories. I think it gives up to 10 amps. Does it? Yeah. 120 watts and 12 volts. You can get even those little tiny little car heaters. So 120 watts isn't going to heat up many people very long. No, absolutely not. No, I'm right here. She's here. Yeah, I think it is. That's 3 12-volt LED light bulbs. Now, the light bulb, for example, that's in the ceiling here, that powers the 2 light bulbs that power the studio. This one there, that's 120 volts at 14 watts. That's 120 volts at 14 watts. So that means that you can power 10 of those bad boys on on the inverter's 200 watt capacity, and you will have lots of light in your house. I'm not going to say you're going to get tons of runtime, but the fact that you do got the solar panels as well. So in the daytime, when it's in the sun, it will charge the batteries up. Okay, yeah. By the way, the powdered whole milk is actually pretty good. Remember I did the milk review? That was actually pretty good. It still tastes a little bit like powdered milk, but it's drinkable. It's not as yucky as skim milk. Good morning, Grizz. How you doing today? Morning. Given the fact that the electric utility rates are going up so much, yeah, you have more reasons to do it now, even if you do have mains power available. You know, like for me, streaming is a big deal. So if I have power, so if the power goes out, the way I usually ever know if the power goes out here is this light will go out. That light there will turn off because that's plugged into the main socket in the kitchen. So when that light goes out, then you know we're running on batteries. Okay? And that's for about an hour and a half. So they'll keep the lights running. If you're going to get a generator, please make sure to read, understand, and apply the safety applications how to use it. That is one thing I would tell you right now. If you want to go with a quiet system, then there are better choices than a generator. Yeah. Yeah, I can get the same set as mine for about $150. Yeah, okay, it's only $150. It's a good little set for camping too. Yeah. I'm not saying it's gonna last forever. Lithium-ion batteries, if you can get 5 to 10 years out of it, especially if you can get 5 years and it works fine for you, that's great. But plan to retire it after 5 years. That's why I want to build a bigger system that uses sealed lead acid batteries, because those things will last longer, and you can size it up accordingly when you get the money. Like one day you might say, well, gee, I want to go with, say, 300 watts of solar panels, 400 watts, whatever the prices are good. And then you can add more solar panels as you go. Well, Helmer, how you doing? Hi, T-Girl, how you doing? Chris Bliss said, you're making me want to buy a generator. For you, Chris, just get one of those very large solar setups using like a Jackery or one of those Blue Eddy things. Because I think for you, you got the room for a generator to be professionally installed in the backyard. just have a plumber connect into your natural gas supply and install the proper transfer safety switch. Still have an inverter between the computer and the outlet, so because it takes a few seconds to switch over to the generator, so the inverter would immediately just kick in. I mean, the UPS would kick in when the generator is transitioning over. It's got a good size yard. The generator isn't exactly massive. It's got a gas stove. It's got gas heat, gas hot water heater. No, you don't need a large yard. I don't know what the size requirement in your zoning is, but you can check that with your zoning department, especially for a permanent installation one. Just to make sure you got whatever to require. Make sure it's installed, if it's professionally installed by a licensed contractor. It also will add to the value of your house, too. Oh, yeah. For the storm? Yeah. So we'll see if you can get a nice, inexpensive putt down at Home Depot or Lowe's. Runs in gasoline or propane. That'd be fine. I mean, at least you'll be able to keep... Well, actually, if you want to keep your food cold, just put it out in the garage. Yeah, put it out in the garage. You don't even need to live in the freezer. True. But at least then you'd be able to maybe rewire your gas furnace to actually fire up off the generator and start up. As long as your natural gas stays in supply. A little Chanda, yeah. You probably get away with like a 2400 watt. Absolutely, that's another valid reason to go with solar. Because, batteries, fuel may be hard to get in charge of if things really go down the pie hole. Think about it. Because if you're depending on a fuel like gasoline, and the local militias running the gas pumps, and if you're not one of their friends, they might tell you can't get gas. Where is Coates? Coates? I don't know. Who's Coates? Absolutely. Hammer, for you, since you already have a huge supply of propane already on your site, if you feel comfortable enough connecting a portable propane gasoline generator to your existing system, you can keep your heat working and some basic lights as well. Actually, you do. Human body at work produces about 700 BTUs per hour. Yep. Make sure to dress warmly, though. Make sure to keep your neck warm because that's where your carotid arteries and stuff. Because you don't want to start seeing your core temperature drop. Well, how do you think Niagara Falls works? Obviously, if you have access to a small stream with enough pressure, enough flow rate, you could install a small micro hydroelectric plant. They do make them as a system. But obviously, in the wintertime, there's risk of freezing up. Yeah. Let's go into video this year. No, I actually haven't seen it in person. But I do know it's a big thing. It's a very big energy producer for the East Coast and for Canada hydroelectricity. Just like the Hoover Dam is a big deal in the Southwest, it generates electricity and a lot of water for the people in that area too. Good morning. How you doing, David S? Again. Yeah, you could do that. But just make sure that, you know, I don't know how you're going to meter the charging rates. That's something you would have to figure out. Winter's not bad. Of course, I do hate when I have to try to walk in people's failed shoveling jobs. That's good, David. I get the best in the summer too. I don't mind spring. I don't mind autumn, but yeah, I like winter the best because you got all the fun stuff, like all the, Yule, Christmas, Thanksgiving, which is really autumn, but I know I'll throw it in there. I don't really celebrate Kwanzaa. Lincoln's birthday, President's birthday, Lemmy's birthday, Clemmy's birthday. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, majority of the icing is going to be in the south. It's not going to really affect the East Coast, except below New York City, Long Island. It will affect them. But for New England, we should be fine. Well, that would make sense. Make sure you got plenty of fresh air in your house. If you got any kind of appliances that use fuel, like a stove or water heater or boiler, and uses propane, coal, natural gas, wood, whatever, make sure you have a good flow of air, because that is like a symptom of carbon monoxide poisoning and also carbon dioxide poisoning. So maybe you might want to do is open the window for 5 minutes to get some fresh air into your house every day. Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. The Germans, what they do is they open the windows for 5 minutes to rush all the fresh air in from outside, and then they close the window again. And the reason is so that they can try to get more of the fresh air into the house. Well, that helps. That does help. Well, winter outside air is great for laundry drying. I know what you're going to say. Drying laundry on the porch in wintertime? Doesn't that take a long time? Yeah. But if you got time to let your underwear and socks hang out during the porch in the wintertime for like 2 weeks, oh, they smell so nice. Yeah. And you have less bugs to deal with. You know, less pollen. Now, if we get Greenland, we're going to have to, that's going to be in the other language or instruction manuals. Our manual is going to be in English, Spanish, and Danish. Also, we'll be having to train electricians work with 240 volts at 50 hertz power. Yeah, I know. Spring is coming. I know that. Which is fine. I like spring. Go outside. Go to Cumberland Farms. Get a soda. Grab a piece of pizza. Go for a walk. Thank you very much for leaving a thumbs up. I appreciate it. This is a once in a lifetime storm. Just to let you guys know, this thing is. They say this is like a 100-year event. For some people, that's like once in a lifetime. Yeah. That's flying by. Don't forget your birthday's coming up on January 30th, Chris. I didn't forget. Chris Bliss will be a year older in January 30th, 2026. Right. And don't forget my birthday on February 9th, and of course Lumi's on February 11th. Right, exactly. Those two other birthdays. And then, of course, I'm sure, I think we got other people's. I think we have a Mojo's Piscean birthday will be coming up in March. And, of course, mine is on September 13th. So, yeah, that's okay. Anyway, what's your date of birth anyway? Yeah, but Hammer, it's better to be hyped up and be all excited and then find out it's a nothing burger. Because it's a lot more, sure, it's a letdown, but it's a lot better than underestimating the severity of it, and all of a sudden everybody's pooping their pants. When they realize, well, the guy says, I've been underestimating the importance of the storm, right?
Oh, yeah!
I hate to tell you, it's going to be 3 times worse than I thought. All of a sudden you hear, everybody starts shitting bricks. No! I wish I told us it was too worse so that we could plan for the worst and get nothing. Exactly. I didn't ask for SSN. Yeah, what's your birthday? I mean, I tried to get an idea of the birthday of the people here on my channel. I don't know. I don't know if we need a new national anthem. I guess I would come up with my own variation of it, which is, would you be my neighbor? Yeah. I just don't stick your 240 volt cattle prods at my ass, please. Okay, cool. So you're what they call a second decant Aquarian. Chris Bliss is a first decant. No, she's a second. He is too. That's right. He's a second decant. I'm sorry. That's right. 30th. So you put you in the second decant phase of Virgo. I mean Aquarius. I'm a third decant Virgo, which is September 13th. Oh, Hammer, trust me, I can tell you every single store is getting cleaned out. That's one of the reasons I'm glad I got a lot of my stuff done at Amazon yesterday. You know. How many candles am I burning? Right now, none. I'm going to say probably Scorpio, maybe. I could be wrong. Oh, I have candles too, Chris. Trust me. I got candles. I got LED candles. I have LED flashlights. I have Sterno, which is a fire fuel. Common sense. Oh yeah, by the way, your pot project. Yes, the flower pot upside down does work. One guy put one of those little self-powered fans on top of it to actually help circulate the air in his testing. No, you can't be a Virgo. Actually, you can. You just look at your full natal chart. Just look at your full natal chart. You're second decant Aquarius. I'm sorry. I'm a third decant Virgo, but if you look at your full natal chart, you may see a lot of Virgo in your placements. I also got lots of those little tea candles, too. Oh, yeah, you got a whole bunch of those. Yep. They last about 4 hours each. Mm-hmm. I just suspected you were, Scorpio. No one said the zodiac is easy to figure out sometimes. You want me to give the number stats? You might as well. 16:50, 13 minutes, 15 seconds as of 10:37 a.m. We need to get more views, guys.
Oh, yeah!
Please share this out with more people that you trust and feel confident in.
Oh, yeah!
Let the new ones know that before they can chat, there's a 5-hour requirement. So if they're smart, they should subscribe in advance before the show, and then they can talk directly on the show.
Oh, yeah!
It's also good because it keeps the trolls in their place. Yeah, the ones that come in here thinking they're going to go ahead and make trouble, and then they go, oh, wait, 5 hours? You mean I have to subscribe in advance? Jeez. Well, I would be Sagittarius then. Or Capricorn. Yeah, it could be Sagittarius or Capricorn. That'd be cool. So if the trolls were smart, they would subscribe right now so that tomorrow morning they can do their shenanigans that they usually tend to do. And then when they try to hide themselves out, they do the shenanigans. Guess what happens? Guess what? You got to reset all over again. So they can't really do anything. No, that's so cool. That was your idea. Because before it was subscription only mode on, which was fine, but a lot of new people couldn't talk, and then they felt like, oh man, I want to talk so bad, but I can't because I don't want to pay $2.99.
Oh, yeah!
Well, at least as long as you subscribe for at least 5 hours, you can talk. Good morning, Galaxy Eyes. How are you doing today? Pretty much, yeah. Let's get MWR open. Modern War. Noodles is going to come up in a little bit. I bet he's going to be jealous. Oh, yeah, he was jealous yesterday. And he said, are you jealous, Noodles? Or said he hung up on you. Yeah, he did. He actually hung up on the stream. Because he actually was jealous. Because he realized, oh, no, I've got no backup powers in my RAW 4 to charge my phone. And Michelle's got the sun on her side. Oh, yeah. I don't even have to buy gasoline. As long as you got clear line in the sky right now, you're getting free electricity from God. What a perfect setup. Yeah. So, he's a Capricorn, but this Virgo basically just beat him at his own game. Oh, I should have made a solar setup like that. Well, we do. We have that feature. We do. Yes. People don't realize it. Look at the links above, Chris. There is the Botrix one right there for that exact purpose. No, I'm not, Noodles. In fact, the opposite. Because when the power goes out and you're part of because New York State, New Jersey are going to be getting the ice storm. When you guys got no power and the only way to charge your phone is in your RV, in your minivan, and burning gasoline, I'm going to basically be having power as I get it from the sun, baby. I got power. I got lights. I got heat. I got cooking. But when all of a sudden your heat goes out, you don't even have a little putt to run your furnace. And I'm like, I got that covered. I had peanut butter toast this morning. Why not? Good old peanut butter toast in the tostado. Yeah, in the tostado. Put 4 slices of bread, put it on toast mode, let it toast them, then slather on some Jif peanut butter and thick coating like asphalt. Ooh. It's a really cool setup, actually. I think the goat is bleeding with dismay. Bah! Bah! I ain't got nothing. Bah! My lights don't work. Bah! My heat don't work. Oh, it comes over here and goes, wait. You're warm and you're snug as a bug in a rug. Now tell me that's fair. I'm a Virgo and I'm playing ahead. Oh, I know. Yes. Yes, I know what you're talking about, text to speech. I got that set up here. Go to the Botrix. Okay, let me show you this on the screen because you can't see it. Let me just post the link so you can see the one I'm talking about. Ready? This is the one I'm talking about. Let me make sure I got the right buttons, Michelle. You got so many control buttons here. I know. Okay, there we go. Look at the first one. Look at the first one. You see right here. See the one that says PayPal, the Amazon, the Botrix. And copy that. That's a big 10-4 of number 1. All right. And you can see that there is an option to do just that. The Botrix one does exactly that. The Botrix Live /y/@Bacella/tip. That will actually do just what you asked about. And you still get the kitty cat too. You still get the... Yeah, you still get that. So... Well, we certainly had plenty of advance warning in this one. Sometimes it's not so much the case of hurricanes, but we certainly did. Yeah. In fact, maybe even Hammer, you could ask the propane guy if you can tell you if you can install a propane generator on your site. It may not help right now, but you might be able to set up a portable putt-putt for you if you want. Well, that's why when I do it, I don't usually use Botrix to do the notifications anymore. See, that's why I post them myself. So when you see the notifications, look who posts them. Michelle does. Then you're going to block me, right? Yeah, that wouldn't be a good idea. There is already a generator. Well, is it hooked up? Is it working? Has he tested it to make sure it works properly? That's the question, Hammer Nails, that your propane guy can check for you. Well, a lot of stuff I learned from high school was from books. If there's already a generator in the site and hasn't been tested, make sure it works properly. I would make sure have someone check and make sure it works properly and runs. Well, thank you, Brain. I appreciate that. So when was the generator installed? What fuel does it run on? Propane, natural gas, or diesel or gasoline? Just make sure it's working. Because, I don't think you're going to need it. But if you do, then maybe you can get the guy to set it up such a way that you can actually connect your furnace to it. So we all know David is. Yes, I know how they work. And I do know that they're usually automated cycles, but you can also manually do them yourself, too. No, we didn't. Most computers with Commodore 64 was the most successful computer of our generation. And I had one. And it was one of my favorites. I still would like to get the Commodore 64 Ultimate, but it's kind of like optional right now. Maybe in a few months I might buy one. My bot's a female. Grok is a female. ChatGPT are female bots. But just because it runs automatic test cycles doesn't mean that somebody doesn't have to manually make sure the air filters are clean, make sure it has a fresh supply of oil, the oil level's right, the water level's right for the coolant. You got to do that. That's, it's just like with any internal combustion engine. You got to do the basic maintenance: oil, grease, lubricate, air filter changes. It's grok.com, not GROCK. No, that's kind of a compromise. And when your college roommate graduated, he took his printer with him. should do is let me turn my window fan on over here. Get some airflow. It's getting kind of warm over here. This dress is really warm, which is great, but it's. Don't forget with the fan on, it's gonna lower your runtime if you switch the battery for some reason. Yeah, I know. No. Or you can always plug it into the other inverter. Yeah, but. Oh, wait. Oh, yeah. Just get a little breeze in here. Feels good. I got my heat on a little higher than I should, and I feel it, trust me. Chris, I can see why. Noisy, loud, traffic is horrific. I've been in Boston. I've known it. I've seen it. Imagine if they say not from concentrate. Then what do you do with them? We just drink them. Yeah. New York City sucks worse. Yeah, it sucks worse. Yeah, I know about Dartmouth. It's in Vermont, isn't it? Yeah. A blonde, LOL, bless her heart, says Galaxy Eyes. I was so supposed to comment on a blonde here. Galaxy Eyes. Yeah, she's a Lyrian Stir Seed from David S. that thinks she has partial amnesia. Really weird. Well, my ChatGPT hasn't been getting as much talk time as Grok does, because Grok gives me more on the minute pulse of what's going on, especially after the witch. Yeah, we have to find all about the witch, didn't we? Oh, Dartmouth, Massachusetts. Okay, Dartmouth, Massachusetts. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah. Now, Galaxy Ice, since the snow isn't, or the ice storm isn't going to affect you, it's going to go from Arizona eastward. What kind of backups do you have if you have major bad weather in your area? Well, that's easy to do. David S. could set that up. The devil that burns your bridges and burns your britches in the process. I do not like Satan. I think he's an idiot. I think he has an attitude problem. Oh yeah, speaking of that, there's a channel where they have the AIs play Mafia against each other, and they had played Monopoly against each other. Did that guy ever have him try playing Scrabble? You don't know. I would love to see that. I used to love the bone rides to the beach in between classes. Say, what is a bone ride? Um, that's something I never heard of that term. And 24, 64, 16, 27, 1057. Thanks, Slim. Okay, so we're doing a little bit less good than we were yesterday, but I think a lot of people right now got a lot more in their mind than listening to me right now. Oh, yeah, especially those down in the south of the United States. Oh, yeah, they got definitely. Yeah, Black Sabbath and the A-Track. Think about what that's like. Over and over and over and over and over again.
Oh yeah!
Until God decides to make the splice pop off, and then you go, oh, thank God we get silence. Oh, okay. I get it now. Yeah. Speaking of music, can you play any of your music the same? Oh, I didn't ever show that, but my problem is if I show it, this. What happens if it shows copyright music? Yeah, oh. See, well, let's explain what we're talking about. If we lose power, this has got all the music files on the thumb drive. And if we turn this on here, it's just like a, what they call it, a broadcast card. Just slip this into the holder on the player over here. And a whisper in the harvest. And you can just like on the system here. Oh, let's show you what I'm doing here. Okay, show you this because it's not really helping them understand what we're doing. All right, so all I did was just like a broadcast cart. I take the cartridge and I plug it into the hole, and just like a broadcast cart. When a healer walking, I can jump back and forth. Or I can go back. Or I can go forward. And I can pause it. And when I'm done, I just eject it. And it lets me play music without having to fire up a big computer. It was kind of cool. It is, yeah, makes it easy. Just like a broadcast cart. Except broadcast carts have a function this doesn't have. That is, you can queue up the songs in advance, and then the light will flash yellow to tell you, or green to tell you it's on standby, and then you press the green button, and then it'll play the next selection. Yeah. Sorry about that. I was just listening to it earlier. We'll give up all in there. Ah. No, it's not. It just so like I said, it's just like a broadcast cards. Oh, I love broadcast cards. Anybody that just how many here know what a broadcast card is? It's like an A-track. It's like an A-track. It's used in National Association Broadcasters. You go into a reader. It's the tapes. You put them in, and you can press the yellow button. It'll fast forward to the next beginning of the next track, and then you press. And when it's ready, the green light will be flashing. So then you can press the green light, it'll play the recording, and you can set it to stop, I think, automatically too. Yeah, you can set it to play, skip, or... Yeah... I got good at fixing 8-tracks for Ed. He said, you should just throw them away. I said, you don't have to. Oh, granted, there are some cartridges that are a real nightmare, especially when you got the kind with the RCA ones with the rivet. I'll tell you a secret to those. Use your soldering iron and a clothespin. Put your soldering iron in the rivet hole while you gently ease it open with a clothespin. And then once the rivet comes out, you just go ahead, fix the splice to the loop, put it back together, and then again put the rivet back in the hole, and then just use the heat again to gently mush down the rivet back into the hole. Yeah. Now, anyway, still. Yeah. Exactly. I got the special splicing tape and the foil tape for it, and the foam pads. I don't know why RCA did. At least RCA, you could get them open. Some of the cartridges were sealed shut with glue, which are the worst ones to try to open up. I got rid of all the 8-tracks. I don't have any of them anymore. They were left over from Ed. I didn't want to deal with them anymore. I didn't have any place to put them anyway, so... Okay. So, here's the cool thing. Unfortunately, the player that's built into my turntable controller doesn't shuffle. Okay? Like I said, this works just like a broadcast cart. I got six of these cartridges. 5 of them are still blank. So let's say I had commercials on each one. The first time you're going to stick it in the hole, it's going to run the first ad. Okay? But if you have like 10 commercials and they're all related to each other, you just drop it in there quietly. When it's not on that channel, just jump to the next track, third channel, whatever you want to play. Oh, I believe it. Sly the Family Stone, I have heard that one. So, like I said, it's kind of neat because also... I mean, I got it now where I can stream with my phone. Oh, yes, Noodles, I know I can do live, portrait, and vertical at the same time, but you'll notice I don't. And you know why? Because, first of all, right now where I'm sitting would kind of work. But I kind of like the full screen look, I don't like that only showing a third of my screen. I think that's kind of sucks. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah!
I gotta show them the whole screen and not just a third of it. That sucks when they do that. So that's why I do the full screen like this. It's easier that way. Yeah, I do know the name. I never actually listened to the music, I don't think, but Noodle's music gives me a headache. By the way, Noodles, if you want to come up on Modern War, you can. It is open. Yeah, Modern War is open. I think these little solid state equivalent to broadcast cards are pretty good. Yeah. I mean, beginning tracks are all my personal music, and then all the rest of it's after Michelle's music is all the commercial ones. Mike Patton. Okay, I never heard of Mike Patton. But then again, I don't know all the singers anyway. So Sunday's going to be interesting for the East Coast. Do you think we're going to see any snow failure or power failures because of snow? We're not going to get ice, so I think we'll be spared most of the damage. Yeah, but I think unless there's still snow in the trees or branches that might be, still fall down because of the weight of the snow. By the way, I never did talk about this one. I bought some Nescafe classical coffee from Aldi's. It's actually really not bad for instant coffee. It's really pretty good, actually. Um, I think it tastes a little bit better than the Folgers. It doesn't have as much of a bitter aftertaste. Yes. Yeah, I wonder what Michael Jackson would be playing these days. No, Michael Jackson, he probably changed his career to hip hop. Well, you think the cleanup after the storm in New England is going to be bad. You wait till you get down to Alabama, Texas, Wichita, Kansas, Oklahoma, Louisiana. Boy, they're going to have a real cleanup. In fact, some places expect up to 3 inches of sleet. What does that mean, Galaxy Eyes? Is it a she or a he? So what's gonna go on is for my show is that if we lose power during my show, we'll just continue the show until the battery runs flat on the UPS, and then Michelle will just route everything over for Silver Moon. Ugh, boys' panties half off. What? Oh, I know. I get it. Merchandising. Kind of glad that's kind of come to an end. They don't do that anymore. I gotta get ready in a couple of days. I gotta order some more ears. I'm on my last pair of ears right now. I gotta get some more ears, but I'm gonna wait for my make sure all the money dust settles in my checking account first before I order ears. Yeah, I would just let all the you got enough in there right now, but you don't need to buy ears right now. Oh, I didn't know that. That's interesting. Um, what she transitioning into? An ogre or a greedy wench? Yeah, they do. Ice underneath powder snow is a good way great for skiing, but terrible for driving. You know, you can bet Ski Sundown is going to be very, very excited this weekend. If the snow is going to be as good as they say it is, Ski Sundown doesn't have to worry about making snow. No need to make snow. Just go ahead, let Mother Nature's dump about a foot of it good to start with a good starter base. I'm definitely gonna try installing. Yeah, I mean, I told Gaming Fairy to try out Mint. I might try it Mint out myself. I used to use Debian, but I might just try Mint. On my Mac or on my Windows machine. Um. I don't know what that is. Oh, okay, I get it now. Yeah, okay, hammer nails, I get it. Yeah. 26, 82, 18, 11, 11, 16. Yeah, I know. We're doing better now. We got more people on watching now. KC and the Sunshine Band at the New Haven Green a few years ago. He called it the KFC. His joke, not mine. Eric Quicksand McCain, the drummer, and I were talking to the same girl. Where are you gonna find those ears, Michelle? Oh, I knew you would ask. You can get them from Aerodynamic Studios. Actually, I should update the link to the elf ears. I can show you where they are though. So give me a minute to get over to Aerodynamic Studios. I'll show you on the screen here. Okay, just give me a second here. Okay. Aerodynamic Studios. ARADOA Era Donnie Studios. Alright, here's one. This is just one style. Oh, sorry, I got it wrong. Sorry, my fault. ARA. Alright, so Era Donnie Elf here. So let me put this on the screen so you can see this. And I shall show this. People like ears. They have all kinds of styles. And so let me put this on the screen so you can see it here. Capture Windows. Eridani Studios. Alright, so these are the ears for Eridani Studios. They have different styles. These are the ears I got. Attention Canadian customers, due to our unreliability U.S. to Canadian shipping, Eridani Studios is no longer directly shipped to Canada. Well, I don't live in Canada. Australian customers, what, same thing? You just said that. Alright, so these are the ears here, and they come in different styles. Painted mirror is $5. You can also add spirit gum, which sucks. This is a single pair. This is the ones I use. Yep, they're the ones Michelle uses. Yep. So I can just log in. Just log in. Jesus Christ, you don't have to show my account. I don't think anyone wants to see that. Alright, so these are the ears here. You can get these. Please link me. I can send you the mods. Those are the ones I actually normally order. So copy those. And I'll paste them. So I would just have to give you my shipping address. And but they have other styles here too. If you're interested in other styles of elf ears, I'll show you a few others. I'm just gonna go slow so you can see them. Oh yes, they have all skin colors. So you can change ear color to any ear color you want. Get some small ears, big ears. Yes, they have horns too, by the way, if you're into horns. I'm not going to order them right now because I'm going to wait a little while because of the weather. They're in Tennessee, and I got a feeling that they're going to probably not be able to process any orders until after the storm ends anyway. Oh, that's fine. So if you want to get the elf ears, that's where you can get them. They have all kinds of different styles, so it's not just a single ear type. You can get, and you can always make them custom colors for you too. So if you want to look like an orc with ears, you can. Absolutely. So you can get orc ears too. Yep. Yeah. Yes, they are. So does Noodles too. If Noodles ever really gave it much thought. Yeah. Did you know that Taurus is one of the most is the most stubborn zodiac sign of the zodiac? Virgo is only the sixth most stubborn. Capricorn beats us, but you're the top of the stubborn. I know that from living with Ed. Yeah, was a Taurus and stubborn as it came. What do you mean? My preference. I think Aries are kind of cool. Oh, they also have Aries horns too. They do. Okay, talk to you later, Rambo. So take a look at that link if you want to try to get some of those ears. The company is decent. Sure, they're not cheap. I buy a 3-pack of them every year, sometimes 4-pack, because I wear them every day. And trust me, if your ears can survive every day wearing 24 hours a day, you know you got a damn good deal. I've had some other ears from another guy that were at one time pretty good. I still have them. You still have them. But unfortunately, Dimitri changed his manufacturing and now they suck. Yeah, now they suck. Yeah. Let me show you the ears. I still have them. The ones that I still have are the last of his decent ones when he was still located in Ukraine. Yeah, glue on the ears. Oh, I know. Okay, clean these ears off to get ear glue. Yeah. Okay, well, still, you can see the ears anyway. So these are the ones from Dimitri. And you're probably saying to yourself, how do you get them to stay up if they flop around like this? It's not easy, honestly, because they do flop around. But when you put them on your head, using my fingers there, they look pretty good, but then they start to go like this. You got them on the wrong fingers. All right, I got right. Now you can see how they go on. These are like a spare tire for me. Unfortunately, they also are very beat up. They're 4 years old, over 4 years old. Dimitri used to, because I was marketing his product so much, he'd give me low cost ears. And it was before the Ukraine war. All right, let's talk about ears. What about how do you put them on? I mean, what is the best adhesive to use? Don't use spirit gum. Spirit gum sucks. If you're going to use glue for ears, I would not use spirit gum. I know some people say spirit gum's okay. I'm just going to sort of stick these ears together. Okay. But I use this stuff here. It's called Prozaid. It is FDA approved ear or prosthetic glue. This stuff is get it now when it's warm outside. Don't buy it in the wintertime because this stuff freezes in a container. It's useless if it's frozen because you can't unfreeze it. So I buy the glue in the summer, and I buy enough of this to last for the year. This is 2 ounces of it, which should be fine for most people. And like I said, I wear my ears every day, so I sleep with them and everything. So I don't take them off, except to occasionally to refresh the glue on them. Well, then, what you can do is, can you DM me so I can give you my address? I don't know if you're in my Discord. If you're in my Discord, just send me a DM. If you're not, just send me an email. Not that my address is hard to find anyway. It's almost everybody has it. But just email me. Okay, I'll send you a text message here. Email me 3 at Gmail. Make sure I got that right. No, Gmail, not Gmail. Gmail.com. So email me at bicehela3 at gmail.com, and I'll give you my address. I don't think we're going to be getting much snow tomorrow until later in the day. I technically already have a camera set up, but I don't think they're going to do a 24-hour. That's too much. Yeah, considering the fact is I got to get out of bed, take a bath, wash our hair. That's Sunday though. Yeah, but that's also the day when the majority of the snow comes in. Okay, that's great. Now you have my address, so now you know how to find me. Besides YouTube, I don't think T-Mobile is going to be very comfortable if everybody streams 24-hour streams, because they're going to be like, rationing data bits, because they're like, everybody's going to be wanting to keep the internet free as possible for emergency calls. Okay, that's fine, T-Girl. Just email me. Alright. Yeah, the ones I showed you are the ones I actually normally get. I usually buy a 3-pack of them things. Let me put back to the screen here so I can click on the link again. Yeah. I love how they're warning about international shipping. I don't have to worry about international shipping. I'm not international. So, painted very fair is $5. Light. No add-ons. 1 pair. I would definitely get a pack of 3. I know that's not cheap. I mean, that'll last me for a year, just about 9 months, 10 months. Makes it a lot easier for me. Yeah, you can do the one that's highlighted, the lightly painted ones, are the ones I need. Good morning, Stan. Do you and Green thing got your generator all set to catch up in New York? Because I think where she is, she might see some ice. Yeah, maybe. Okay, T girl, that's fine. Um, it's an idea. Or of course, we could probably do it on my show. Just make sure to please make another thumb drive with just your music and not the copyrighted stuff on it. Alright. Second thumb drive just for our music so we can play it on YouTube. Do that. Alright, latest numbers 1999, 1859 as of 11:33 a.m. Yep. Well, it's not going to really snow for us until late Saturday night. Just keep that in mind. So, you know, we could easily remove the music right now in this thumb drive room. Well, then you have to download it all over again. Yeah. I think it's going to be fairly early in the morning. I don't exactly know the time it's going to be here. It looks like it might be coming in late on Saturday night. And don't forget, Sunday morning, of course, I get up, I take a bath, shower. You know, and then Lummy has her show at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And if we lose power for some reason, if we were streaming 24 hours a day and we lost power, then Michelle would have no power to keep streaming. Yes, we would. Oh. Right, around noon on Sunday, that sounds about right, yeah. What kind of weather are we expecting on Saturday for us? I don't think New England's going to get anything on Saturday other than the cold. Yeah, so about 12 noon on Sunday. Might see some snowflakes on Saturday night. Yeah, it's gonna be bitter cold, yeah. Well, then I'm all set because I got 24 cans of fuel for heating and cooking if I have to. I don't think we're going to lose power. Honestly, I don't think that's going to happen for us. Maybe Sunday we might lose power for a bit. There's some power lines because of the wind that's coming involved with it too. There's a wind issue. So Yeah, we might lose power because the wind's whipping the tree branches around, smacking the power lines. Yeah, well, that's still pretty bad. Actually, sometimes it's down to about 5 minutes in some places. So make sure when you're outside, Hammer, wear some nice warm gloves, okay? And make sure you wear a scarf and a good hat and a nice, made out of real honest to God wool and multiple layers. Yeah. I think Winston's gonna be stronger with for us than you. Yeah. Well, then you definitely, Chris, are gonna want to make sure to have a emergency kit in your car with a couple wool blankets and a backup heating source just in case you get stuck, and chains, and another 5 gallons of gasoline in the back. Just in case the power goes out and you have no way to fuel up your car from the gas station. Yeah. Hi Jeff, how you doing today? Good morning to you. Good morning. You said the right screen. Oh, that still counts for something. Yeah, that's not what I was gonna say, but good morning anyway. Probably. Well, make sure you have enough gasoline just in case for some reason the gas stations are closed because there's no power. So at least you can put something in your gas tank so you can get home. Well, that's still bad news anyway. Bitterly cold is still bad news. Even if you never know. How just to prepare. Have gasoline, another 5 gallons of gasoline in your car, just in case. What's worse that's gonna happen? You have 5 gallons extra gas available, right? So if for some reason nothing bad happens, you still have 5 extra gallons of gas you can use for your snow thrower or your small portable putt you bought over there at Lowe's or Home Depot. Then at least you'll have some gasoline for keeping your power system going. Yeah, I have always been a bit of a prepper. It's just a good idea to be safe and plan ahead. Call that common sense prepping. And if nothing happens, you got the stuff, supplies for next time shit happens. You got at least can go, oh, I got extra fuel. I've got extra heating sources. I got extra power. I got clean water. I keep water stored here on site all the time anyway. Yeah. Hurricanes, Michelle. Earthquakes for you, Galaxy Eyes. Do you have an earthquake preparation kit? I think the state of California you have to have one. It's always best to have some backups around. It just makes sense. Just keep, be ready for it. 28, 108, 1911, 1142. Oh, that's good. That's good. I mean, I may be the North American snow queen, but damn it, I sure warned you enough. Oh, yes, the Discord is basically carpet bombed with every single weather forecast you can imagine. All right, you're not going to get anything until Saturday. Right, I don't think hurricanes is the biggest concern. But remember, California is shaky town, you know? Especially Los Angeles, San Fran. So, yeah, they need to prepare for earthquakes. Just like the car is saying, shake it up, right? No, I'm sure he gets a little more sophisticated than that. I'm sure he probably got a backup plan, like to go to relatives or something. Maybe even have a couple emergency phone numbers of family on your phone. Not necessarily. Just plan ahead. That's all you can do. And if this thing turns out to be a giant nothing burger in the Northeast, just be glad we have extra sterno and stuff on hand and powdered milk. And because this winter, I can put the milk and stuff outside, so I don't have to use my powdered milk. Maybe. But also the fact that you also got wildfires in California. I remember the fire that you guys had last year, that was really scary. Yes. You're talking about the winds coming in, David S? Yeah. You really are that naive, or are you just playing stupid? Of course there exist things like that. They're called solar panels. Well, make sure you're in a safe part of the house. Oh, by the way, stay out of buildings that are unreinforced masonry. California requires all homes to be made out of reinforced masonry, and as Mythbusters tested, wooden homes are safer than brick and concrete block homes. So you definitely want to have prepare for that. Yes, it is. It's also vulnerable during hurricanes too. And extreme cold, because what happens is special alert sheets of glass and windows used in large buildings. They held in place with a rubber gasket, and sometimes the glass will shrink. I mean, I know it's gonna say it doesn't shrink that much. Well, if it's a big enough sheet, it can shrink enough that the glass can actually fall out of the window. Right. Wood moves, but Hammer, that's one thing wood does get that comfort. so that wood will adjust, but concrete and stone and cinder blocks actually will crack. Trust me, I know all about the advantage of wood. This Mythbusters tested out, and their Richter 10 earthquake generator they designed on the show that gave strong X, Y, and Z axis that made the San Francisco earthquake, according to USGS, seem like child's play because it could generate a perfect 10. And the wood houses survived fairly well when they were built up to California modern building codes. Yes, glass is vulnerable to a lot of things. It's a crystal. And like I said, also the gaskets that hold the panes of glass into a skyscraper also shrink too. A couple of years ago, about 6 years ago, we had an earthquake in Virginia. We felt the aftershocks up here. This building, all it did was just sway a little bit back and forth. Like that, and I didn't even notice it. Ed felt it because he was laying on his couch. He was like, I feel like I'm going to roll off my couch because his couch was going this way. And, like, it didn't affect me. But, what is more flexible during a hurricane? And that's something people need to consider. So everyone might say, oh, I thought that concrete was better and cinder blocks are better. Like, not in the case of an earthquake, it isn't. It cracks. In that case, wood structured houses are safer because the house has a little bit of flex. Yes, you can build reinforced masonry using rebar, which will certainly provide some additional protection, but it's still going to add additional weight. It still could crack. Yeah, but most pine trees don't have that problem, by the way, because pine trees are designed for cold environments, so they don't have that explosion nature. Other trees, like I think, for example, most coconut trees, palm trees would probably risk exploding. I don't know anything about balloon framing as far as the name goes, but if I saw it personally, I probably would recognize it. Do you like a large wood frame? Well, personally, for myself, I don't need a huge place. A small little cottage is fine. As I said, I know nothing of balloon framing. I'm sure it's old school balloon framing is a fire hazard. Oh, you're talking about like where you have your your studs that are like 16, 20 foot long. Remember, studs in the walls. No, they actually didn't build them that way here. They are actually built in sections or more traditional framing. They have 12-foot studs, and then they go and kick into the joists, and then they built new studs on top of those joists with the floor separating them because it is a multifamily structure. No, we do. We have fire stops between floors. This building does have that. I've seen the walls. I've seen them when they were doing some demo in one of the apartments fixing up the place. There indeed is fire stops between floors. The metal clad cables go up through the floors, through drill holes for the cables coming between the floors. No, we don't have that, Chris. We don't have that. But I know what you're talking about. I did live in a house that had that. Well, because this building was zoned for commercial applications when it was first built. The Pirelli family, when they built this building, they specifically made sure it met all multi-dwelling units structures. This building has only had two owners, the Pirelli family and Jimmy. That's it. They're the only two owners of this whole building. And this building has fire stops. Yeah, it makes it easy for rodents to travel from place to place. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it can be a fire hazard given its nature, the way it's made. Electrician can easily put some TRWN, MC cable in, replace the old 1950s type wire. Just snake the new wires into the system. But that's what you get when you live in an old building like this. I mean, the original owners building did their best to make sure it was up to code at the time. Maybe. Well, let's see how we're doing numbers now. 22, 113, 21, 31, 11:56 a.m. Yeah, it's almost time to get ready to wrap it up. It is almost time. So why don't we, since somebody came up on the panel, say, let's just close the panel since no one's on it. Close panel. And just get ready to wrap it up for everybody. I just want to say thank you, everybody, for coming up today. It was a nice show today.
Oh, yeah!
It was a quiet show today.
Oh, yeah!
And it was an enjoyable show. We get to talk about things that most of the time we don't get to talk about.
Oh, yeah!
Oh, that's interesting, Moose. So let's get the blessings out for today. May all you guys take advantage of this last nice day of weather here in the Northeast. Get down to the supplies you need. Make sure you have lots of extra fuel, food, and if you're gonna get a generator, you're probably sold out already. But if you do get one, just make sure it works. Test it up ahead of time, so you don't have to worry about when they need it and it's not working. So pre-test, plenty of fuel on hand, food on hand, water on hand, and heat on hand. Absolutely, definitely want to have heat. It's gonna be cold tomorrow. Yes, it is. And don't forget to be safe and use common sense. Use this noodle up there. Don't do anything stupid. Don't do anything. Make sure if you're going to be using any kind of combustive heat sources, make sure to have some fresh air in your home. If you're going to heat with your wood stove, it might be a little bit too late to get your chimney clean, but if you can't get a chimney sweep in there, even though it might cost extra right now, make sure to prepare ahead of time. Remember, here in New England, you got a whole nother day or two to get things done. Prepare, plan, and be safe. The service is ended. Time to go in peace, kind, love, and don't forget the party on, dude. And tomorrow's morning's 10 a.m. show like usual, followed by the Discord Saturday night stream. Exactly, and that should be exciting. Also, don't forget Sunday morning for us is when most of the bad stuff's going to start coming in. It shouldn't normally affect us, but the winds could result in trees knocking power lines out. So be ready for that. We're ready to continue the show regardless. So we will still be here for all of you every day.
Oh, yeah!
You bet. So for now, we'll see you later. Stay out of trouble, and we'll talk to you later. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, guys. Bye-bye.
Michelle and Maria Lumi, I will always be there for you. Michelle, never stop believing in yourself. Go out there and show the world what you can do. Go kick some ass and have a good time doing it. I love both of you so much. I love how far you have come on YouTube.
In the summer's embrace, she finds her way. Twisting and turning, she won't let pain sway. With love for the music and fire in her soul, she dances through life, her heart in control.